Hello. Once again, we are now going to discuss algebra, one worded problem. We're going to solve another worded problem. This time, this is regarding solutions, worded problem on solution. So let me share you first the problem. Okay. So according to the problem, we have a chemist with two alcohol solutions with different strengths. So the first solution is 30% alcohol and the other one is 45% alcohol, respectively. The question is, how many cc of the 45% alcohol solution should the chemist use in order to make a mixture of 300 cc? So this 300 cc will contain 39% alcohol. Okay, so we are going to determine the cubic centimeter of the 45% alcohol solutions. So again, there are two alcohol solutions. One is 30% alcohol, the other one is 45% alcohol, and the total mixture that it can make is 300 cc. So what we are going to do is to determine how much or what should be the volume of the 30% alcohol, I mean of the 45% alcohol should the chemist choose in order to make that particular mixture of 300 cc. So let me begin with writing down. Let us write down the representations. So if we are going to represent, let us represent variables. So if we are going to let X to be our representation for the required quantity, okay, so the required quantity of the 30% solution or 30% alcohol, okay, alcohol, of course, the unit that we are going to use is in cc. And then there is another solution. Let us represent that as Y. That is the required quantity. That is the required quantity of the 45% alcohol also in cc. So those are the representations. And take note that together, we have a 300 cc mixture. Okay, so that is the total amount or the quantity of the mixture which can be produced. So the question is, what is the required quantity of 45% alcohol in cc? So we are going to find, the only question that we have is the value for y. So how do we represent the challenge here is for us to represent or to translate the worded problem into an equation. So if you would notice, the total mixture that we have is 300 cc. So that would mean if you are going to add X plus Y, that would be equal to 300. Okay. X is the required quantity of the 30% alcohol in cc, while Y is the required quantity for the 45% alcohol in cc. So meaning, if you are going to use this as our representation, this is our equation. So let's call that as equation 1. So remember that the X has a 30% solution. And for Y, it has a 45% solution. And the total of that will be 300. So in other words, if you are going to create equations, one equation would be X plus Y is equals to 300. And then another equation that we should arrive at will be representing the solution. In terms of percentage, we have 30% alcohol for X. So that means 30% of X plus 45% is alcohol in Y. So that would mean 0.45 multiplied by Y, it's equals to 300. So that is the next equation that we can use. So using this equation, 0.3x plus 0.45y, sorry, remember that if you are going to use the percentage solution here, remember you have 39% for the total mixture. It's 39% solution, so this is 0.39. So we have 0.39 solution for the 300 mixture. So this will be equivalent to 117. So as you would notice, there will be two equations which we can use. Okay, this is one equation, while this one is another equation. So let's call this as equation 1. This call this as equation 2. So take note that these two equations can be used to determine the two variables. Remember the ruling in algebra that if you are to determine one unknown, you only need one equation. If you have two unknowns, then that means you need two equations. You solve the two equations simultaneously, you will be able to determine the value of x and y. How do you do the solution by simulation or simulated solution? It could be either addition or subtraction. So in this particular case, then we shall have, remember that x plus y is equals to 300. So if we are going to represent x in terms of y, okay, if you are going to represent x in terms of y, then x will be equals to 300 minus y. Okay. Since x is equals to 300 minus y, then we can use this value in the second equation. So we will have 0.3, you multiply it by 300 minus y, plus, of course, you have 45% solution times y, it's equals to 117. So that would mean we only have one unknown here, which is the value for y. And since we can solve now already for the value of y, then that would be our answer. 0.3 times 300 is about what? 90 minus 0.3y plus 0.45y is equals to 117. Okay, so that would mean 0.15, 0.45 minus 0.3 is 0.15. 0.15y is equals to 117 minus 90, and therefore we will have 0.15y is equals to 27. And that would give us the value for y, which is equals to 180 cc, which is our answer to the question. If there will be a case wherein you will be required to determine the value for x, all you have to do is to substitute the value of y in equation 1, and then you will have the value for x. So that would be all for today. By the way, this is again Dr. Ramela B. Ramirez. I shall see you in my next video tutorial. God bless everyone.